coming this summer. It's the cinematic event of the decade. I can't believe it. He's back. Who's back? It's Kevin. And he's kidnapped Meatface. The ultimate villain must be stopped. There's only one thing we can do. I've got to hack into Kevin to stop him. Get me to the Pentagon now. Good versus evil. Please, we just want our Meatface back. Help us, Mr. Mikey. Mikey versus a weird music-playing goblin monster man. Okay, let's do this. I'll just take a seat. Wait, what is this? This chair isn't remotely ergonomic. And it's not remotely Gamer Boy enough. I can't work with this. The world will end unless I get a better chair. Sir, we have a solution. Oh my god, wow. Yeah, this chair is so great. My hacking and pro gamer skills are going to skyrocket. Thanks Nitro Concepts for letting me save the world. Thank you very much to Overclockers UK and Nitro Concepts for supporting the show. They've been kind enough to gift us some amazing chairs and they've saved our backs from the terrors of a bad chair. So if you'd like to support them and help us too, you can head over to overclockers.co.uk/Podiots and browse a magnificent selection of Podiots approved chairs. The link is also in the description. Now enjoy Podiots.
Hello, boys. Long time.
Mate.
No here. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, so many different voices you can do today.
It's magic, isn't it? Hello, everyone. How's everyone been? It's been like a month, and it feels weird to be back in our pro recording suite known as Discord.
Yes. It's real. It's a oh god, was that deafening for you?
No, that was fine.
Okay, I just whacked my microphone stand with my telephone.
It's real. Bam! Deafening.
Oh,
That's it.
it's so
The kind of-
tactile.
Sensory technology that we have here.
Yeah.
So any
It
reason
feels good. It feels good to be back. I'm ready for things, I'm ready for questions. I'm ready for not Kevin. We put Kevin to sleep
Yeah,
Well,
Boris
Boris
months
put Kevin
ago.
to sleep, but yeah.
Yeah.
He's in the zone with memory cards at the minute, just in that weird.
And German robot
void.
lady.
Yeah. Oh.
Just in that little room we keep at the back of our minds.
Yeah.
We can't kill them. We never know when we might need them again, so they just live in there forever.
It's like that dusty drawer where you keep bits of string and old nails that you found in the house and you don't know where they've come from.
Dead batteries and currency that you can't use.
It's just dead memes now.
They're all just in there floating around like ghosts.
If you look deep enough in your drawer at home, maybe you'll find a spirit.
Oh, maybe. That could be one of them. Oh. Anyway, sleep well, guys.
Yeah. See you later.
Night. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Podiots, the official Vidiots podcast. It's a conversational podcast where we take some questions from you at home and obey the law of the three R's, where everybody brings a thing along to talk about. I'm Ben.
I'm Peter. Sorry, I forgot the
Oh,
order.
God, are you okay?
That's all right.
No. It's been that long.
Oh, yeah. What order do we go in again? Well, like Ant and Dec. Every time we see him in person, we have to stand in a very specific order. I'm sure that's definitely happened in every video we ever did, and I'm Mikey.
Well, that's literally what Peter and I do. It's true.
Oh, is it?
We do have an order.
Like, oh, shit, I didn't know that. So I guess I just kind of plopped in wherever I felt and just ruined the beautiful art you guys have worked on.
Never.
You never ruin anything, Mike.
You were the fancy hat atop the beautiful structure.
I could even be the fancy belt in the middle or the fancy socks on the bottom.
I managed to buy a new fancy belt in the middle of the structure.
But we could never replace you with a fancier belt, Michael.
No.
I don't know. There's some pretty good belts out there. Don't never say never, Ben. You never know.
Well, we'll see. But speaking of belts, in a segue that literally does not work, have you found any belts in your new house, Michael?
Sadly, not a single belt. I've been beltless for months.
Weird.
My pants just keep falling down, and it's really embarrassing. The neighbours keep seeing me in compromising positions, and I'm going to have to resort to using a string.
Oh, no.
But yeah, the new house is, it's nice. Yeah, I've got space. I'm currently in the stink room with the ferrets. So it's me making up a stink and 4 ferrets also making up a stink in quite a warm little room. So it's just, stink central up here.
A dedicated stink room, though. Look
Yeah.
at you.
Yeah, look at us now. I used to just, my stink room was the living room before, but now we can properly separate the two. Because you don't want to be stinking and living at the same time.
No, you don't.
No,
That's as the
definitely
famous adage says.
Don't want to be stinking and living. That's the bad thing. Yeah, it's all moved in now. Still, it's not quite. My room is an absolute tip at the minute because, Claudia's done a wonderful job in every other part of the house. It looks fantastic. There's pictures up, and the bit that I'm responsible for currently just has an AK-47 lying on the floor, a bunch of bags. And boxes and stuff that I haven't figured out what to do with yet because I've got no storage.
No storage.
The floor is my storage at the minute, but I'll make it a home. I'll make it a studio. Probably,
Nice.
maybe. I don't know.
You'll do it.
We'll see how much energy I have.
It's either that or drape a blanket over a stack of boxes and bam, new furniture.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. I might do that. There's some interesting potential chairs in this room. So I'll report back. I'll find some blankets and we'll decorate.
That's dangerous. That is dangerous. And how are you, Peter? What's going on in Castle Austin?
Not much new. There's still germs out there, so the door hasn't been opened. Essentially, just hunkered down. That's it.
Ready to strike.
Ready to strike. I'm unionizing. I'm going. What do we want? No more pandemic anymore. When do we want it? Yesterday.
Are you campaigning against the virus or the government there? Are you directly screaming in the virus's face?
I'm campaigning. I'm screaming at literally everyone outside of this building. So that's including you two.
Oh no!
It's your fault that I have to live in a pandemic world.
Shit.
Yeah.
Sorry,
sorry,
Peter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'll have a word with the other people outside of your house.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
We'll sort it out.
Yeah. Just spread it
That's
round.
all of them.
All of them. Yeah.
Every single one. Every single one. Hey, did you know that you can support this podcast financially? Did you know that? Did you know
What?
that?
What?
God. I can support the podcast financially.
Yeah, you can.
Oh my God, yes. How do I do it, Ben?
You literally can by going to streamlabs.com/Podiots donations and donating £3 or more for a shout out, and you will join Pod Squad for the next recording episode of the show that we're doing right now.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's real and it's true. And of course, as we say a lot, I feel you don't have to support us financially if you're not in a position to. There's no pressure whatsoever. Just telling your friends and showing it around means a lot. But if you do want to go above and beyond, streamlabs.com/Podiots donations. And here is your Pod Squad for this week.
We start with the powerful Flibbity Gibbets. Trunter's exosuit has been hit.
Oh no.
Katiekin solo. I will lie awake. Mr. Black. Taking Blobby to Isengard. We've got a very generous Tommy the Wank Engine. Thank you very much, you wanky engine. Thank you. He says, I personally imagined the giant sperm having... Oh, God, I forgot about this. I personally imagined the giant sperm having arms and legs, akin to the thumb people from Spy Kids trademark.
Oh no.
Oh, that'd be awful.
Not them.
Also, I graduated uni and now I have an internship, which means money. Thanks for everything, boys. I couldn't have graduated without you, genuinely. Well, thank you very much, Tommy.
Thank you.
But that's not all. Oh, God. Oh, please. God, no. There's another one. Clumps, dumps, bumps, quumps. It's quite a nice one.
Nice.
And the generous Scooby Drooby Drew says, good day, boys. First time donor. May as well go big. Here's a creepy thing. Look up Snowtown Murders. Have fun, boys. Oh, I might have a look. I like a bit of Spookum, so I'll have a look at that. Thank you, Scooby Dooby Drew. But there's even more. Emily Lemons, Bring Back Memory Cards, no. Awesome Fox 42, and known racist Mel Gibbon, with, again, a very, very generous donation. He says, sorry I've been away, boys. I've been helping replace the batteries in government surveillance birds. Keep up the great content. Well, thank you, Mel Gibbon, for your hard work.
Thanks, Mel.
Thank you, Mel. And thank you to all the other people on Pod Squad. It continues with Stephen Scodes. Ross and Helen are engaged.
Yay!
Congratulations. 91p pack of feet mace.
Ooh.
Right. Freddie Weber licks rashes. Barry B. Benson Phillips.
Nice.
Big Willem's Wet Willem. Bumpus Johnson 351, Jam Ferguson, who gave an exceptionally generous donation, really generous, and said, been a big fan of you guys for a good few years now. You have each more than earned this over that time. So here's my contribution in these less than certain times.
Thank you, Jam.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jam. Also, Alan Claw, Big Boy 30 birthday. Kim
Happy
Kim.
birthday, Alan, maybe.
Yeah, possibly happy birthday, Alan. Kim Kim, who was very generous and said, my boyfriend, who introduced me to you lovely, lovely boys, proposed to me recently. We want to know how much money we need to get you to write our wedding vows for us. Much love. You do not want that.
60p.
60p. Hope you're married. Like a glovely Saride.
Oh, jeez.
Doing a pod squat was also very generous. About to embark on a 22-hour, 1,000-mile overnight drive across Europe with my wife and kids. It's just safer than flying. A back catalogue of Podiots, and the latest episode will help me stay awake and sane. Wish me luck. That does not sound safer than flying.
Good luck.
I mean, that sounds like an adventure. We need more adventure in these times, not just safe planes, whatever. Let's travel. Let's go across the wilderness in a car.
For sure. Rudy Rutabaga was also very generous and said, fuck 'em to the top, baby. Rudy approved. Rooty toot toot. Also, Lord Brotovich, Kevin from Con, and Lightning McQueef. Thank you.
Wow, and can you believe it? It's still not over.
No.
Oh my God.
I mean, I know we took a little break, but good Lord, everyone, thank you so much. Hi, Evelyn. It's Bobbert Babalooni. Thank you. Axel's Alive 95. Alan Claw again. I think Alan forgot they had a birthday and just decided to donate again. But thank you, Alan, very much. A very generous donation from an exceptionally generous donator. Finally got back to work and wanted to celebrate with you lovely boys. Thank you so much for the last couple of years of entertainment. I appreciate what you do. We appreciate you.
No,
Thank you so much. And oh my God, it's another one of exceptional quantity. Semi-retired mercenary proser. Thank you very much. No funny message. Just wanted to thank you for years of wonderful work. But here is hoping that helps you lot continue. Oh, sorry. And here is hoping that helps you lot continue as long as you have fun. By the by, is there a chance some plucky lad/lass could cut all the names of the pod squad into a rad montage? Oh my God. Well, every single one. There's the challenge.
Oh my God.
The gauntlet's been thrown down. Thank you so much, semi-retired mercenary prostitute. I hope you're doing well in your retirement. Bim Bam Wiggy Wham Deluxe Man. Thank you for the generous donation. You are forever amusing, make me laugh, and maybe, just maybe, the money will make you launch an attempt at becoming mayor of Gotham City. I'm also at Deluxe_Man on Twitter. Praise be to the mighty Meatface. Thank you.
Praise be to mighty Meatface.
Bim Bam.
Praise be.
Wiggy Wham. General Mo Lester. I dislike Matthew Jeffrey. Knee deep in Triggly Seride. Mouth fart fetishist. Criggly Terride. A succulent Chinese Beal. Hang on. Oh, Chinese Ian Beal. My mistake. Saturday is Fap Day. Furries for Vidiots. Prince Beefcakes. Epileptic Fridge Boy. And Finn Tristram. Wow.
What a collection of names, my God.
Good Lord. Thank you so much, everybody. That's streamlabs.com/Podiots donations, both with an S on the end, if you would like to join Pod Squad for the next episode. Thank you, everyone. You'll get a shout out at the end of the show as well. Right. Are you boys ready for your first question of the week?
Yes!
Here we go. This is from Darren Dredge at Dredge5316 on Twitter. If you was allowed to steal anything from a British museum, what would it be?
Oh man, I know exactly what I'd take. In the M Shed in Bristol, there's some little like actual Wallace clay models.
Ooh.
I would steal all of those and I'd make a Wallace room.
A Wallace room to go with your stinky room.
What is it? What's the room called in 50 Shades? I want that sex dungeon, but for Wallace and Gromit in my house.
Oh, I don't know. I've not seen 50 Shades, sadly.
Let's just call it the naughty room. I'll have a naughty room of Wallace.
You could have a sign on the door that says the Gorgonzola.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
Very good. Yes. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Ben. You put the little hat on top of my Wallace room. Thank you.
Oh, I did it. I got up there and I put the hat on.
Well, you boys, what do you both want to steal? That's of great historical importance.
Peter, would you steal a whole castle?
Well, I don't think they have those in museums. Was it specifically a British museum or
it
in the world?
A British museum.
Oh, okay. Maybe just like there's a in the British Museum. I think it's the British Museum, not the Natural History. Yeah, I think it's in the British Museum in London. There's like they've got a big Egyptology exhibit there that's like permanently on, and there's a load of mummified Egyptians in there. But they've also got like a mummified hawk and a mummified baboon there. And I think just for the sake of being able to say, when people come around for tea and they're like, what's that then? You know, at the thing in the corner, go, oh, that's just my mummified baboon. Don't worry about that at all.
Nice.
Maybe that's what I'd steal. Just a mummified baboon, 2,000 years old.
Just as an icebreaker.
Yeah.
That's good.
That would be amazing. I'm actually following a similar trend to you, Peter. Whenever I visited museums as a child, I was always taken in by the Egyptian artifacts that were particularly golden and blue, with the sort of stripe them, like the little... calling them figurines is probably a bit reductive, but you know what I mean. Those sort of small, shiny things. I'd like one of those just on my mantelpiece. But then again, that's what Britain did anyway.
What, went around stealing stuff from the rest of the world?
For their mantelpiece, pretty much. So maybe that's not the best look. But yeah, something golden and shiny, I think.
Maybe a dinosaur skeleton. That would be pretty cool.
Oh, that would be cool. Like, what's it called? What's that game called that everybody loves? Animal Crossing.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Oh, now you make me think maybe what's like the smallest dinosaur? Because in actual museums, they've got like the massive actual real life, recreations of them. I want like a little one that can hang from my ceiling. So I've got like a little dinosaur floating around. Maybe there's a gef in there somewhere.
A gef.
Yeah, there must be some taxidermized mongoose somewhere in just, a natural history museum or something.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, we had the little toy, quote-unquote toy version. Maybe we should delve into the real thing, find an actual mongoose, put some little hands on it, and bam.
Maybe I'd steal Meat Face, because that must be in a museum somewhere,
It's
right?
got to be. That does belong in a museum.
It belongs in a museum.
Could you imagine ever cooking Meat Face?
The kids wanted to cook it and eat it, remember?
Oh, God. It's like the world's oldest hot cross bun. I'm sure you've seen that. That's still there from like the 20th, early 20th or late 19th century. And it's like preserved and it looks all horrible and grey. But it'd be like eating that.
Oh,
you can't.
Horrible grey Meat Face.
You can't eat the meat face.
Horrid.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Darren, for that question. The next question comes from Justin at Drawn by Justin, who asks, who would like to share their thing first?
Oh,
what a segue!
Very good.
Breaking new ground.
I've got something to share that I think maybe we should get out of the way quickly.
Oh no, okay.
Because it's a slightly sensitive subject, and if you're listening with your loved ones, with your children, maybe you should just quickly sort of scrub through the next 10 minutes, okay?
Don't listen to this with your children ever, please.
No.
Please.
It also is going to contain at least one word of strong language.
Oh,
Like one of the
goodness.
bad swear words, one of the really bad ones.
like
Shit.
crap.
Oh
Willy.
no, not
Yeah.
Willy! Come on, I got to bleep those now.
Sorry.
So this is, I really didn't want to bring a weird news story, but I just couldn't help it because I saw this shared on Facebook, which I hardly ever go on anymore, but someone had shared it and I was like, oh wow, another Daily Mirror story for the podcast. The headline doesn't even tell you half the story, but the headline is, mortified mum confused as postman smirks handing over parcel, then sees label. Okay.
Okay.
Chloe Lithgow says she's resigned herself to years of embarrassment when she has to face her postman after her online Amazon order came with the product name printed on the label.
No.
Okay.
Her mum said she can no longer look her postman in the eye after an online order arrived without the discreet packaging it promised. Chloe Lithgow received an alert on her phone that a delivery was arriving when she said she saw the driver walking up the path, smiling to himself. As she signed for the package, she realised that the name of the X-rated sex toy inside was printed on the label, right next to the barcode the postal worker had to scan first. I opened the door and he handed it over, smirking as if he knew what was in the box, she said. There is then a photo of the parcel with the label and the words, "Satisfy a cunt sucker, next generation."
No.
What's the worst it could have been?
It's
Wow.
not graceful at all, is it? Why is it not called the the tickler or the the fizzy fun times or something? It's satisfy a sea sucker, next generation.
Is that the
my
one
God.
with Sir Patrick Stewart in it?
Yes, that's it. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I've just pulled up the Amazon article for it, and yep, that is.
So what is it
What it's
called?
called.
Did they get it from Amazon?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
It's-
going to search for it on Amazon. Did you search for it on Amazon, Mikey?
I did, yes.
Okay, can I have a link, please?
Yeah,
Can
can you post a link to a X-rated sex toy in the chat, please? I wanna see
Satisfy a
this.
There you go.
clit sucker next generation. I didn't realise
Oh,
they
is it-
sold sex toys.
Oh wow, it's clit sucker. Okay, well that's not as bad.
Maybe they've changed it after that news article. They just thought, oh, that's
No,
a bit
well,
risky.
in the news article, there's a photo of the label, but they've blurred out the middle two letters, so it's just C something something T. And what else am I supposed to think?
That's
I
a good
suppose so.
point.
Also, why does it look like an AirPod?
Well, I don't know.
Oh, it does a bit, doesn't
It's
it?
it's a whole mystery of things.
Here's a question on the we could have hours of fun here. Is the packaging discreet? Sex toys from Amazon's are usually in opaque plastic bags so you can't see the contents, but have a barcode label on the outside with text describing the contents.
Oh, well, they've changed that. They have changed that because there is a screen. The next part of the article is a screenshot of that question from Amazon. And the answer is, we always make discretion a primary consideration. As such, we ensure that all parcels leaving the warehouse are plain and nondescript. All of our orders are packed in neutral packaging without featuring the name or logo.
Naughty.
I mean, maybe they have changed it from one C to the other, but no, I think it's just. I'm well disappointed that the Mirror have allowed me to think it was cunt sucker because the mere notion that a sex toy would ever be called anything like that was.
No, Peter, that is what it's called. We're ignoring the internet. The internet's lying. The Daily Mail never does. It is the sea sucker.
Yeah.
The sea sucker.
The article continues with a quote from Chloe, who says, "It was awful. I looked at him as if to say, 'Please, I hope you've not seen it.' And he looked back to me as if to say, 'I know what's in there.'"
I have seen that.
The 21-year-old ordered the £15 adult toy from Amazon with the product delivery details promising to make discretion a primary consideration. But Chloe from Warrington says she now feels mortified every time she has to answer the door to face her postie. Oh dear.
Bless.
A Christmas miracle. 5 stars. I'm 99% sure I passed over into the afterlife for a brief moment in time.
Oh
I will
my
never leave the
God.
comfort of my house again to seek the solace of a lover or even to buy batteries. Not that I could walk for a good 30 minutes anyway, as it's rechargeable. A gift from God.
God
Thanks,
did not
God.
have anything to do with this toy.
Are you
I'm
sure
telling you.
God didn't have anything to do with the Satisfier cunt sucker?
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't
Oh,
think
jeez.
so.
He designed it. He knows how it works. Well, Love Honey, I think if you're in the UK, is probably the safest place to go.
Very discreet.
Yeah,
Very
if you-
excellent products.
Excellent products. Please sponsor us, Love Honey.
Yeah.
Amazon.
love.
Don't buy your sex toys from Amazon, please.
Jeff Bezos doesn't need your sex money.
And of
But
course,
he will hold on to that information.
and of course, the CEO of Love Honey is God himself.
Yes.
So you know that's where it's coming from.
Mr. Honey himself, God Honey.
Have you seen the second, the other helpful review, but the 1-star helpful review?
Is that the
terrified to
one
know.
that talks about bleeding?
All pain, no pleasure.
Okay.
1 star.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some detailed reviews on there that I didn't think would be great to share.
No.
But you know what?
Oh my God. Yeah, it does say. Yeah, it talks about bleeding. Okay.
It's
yeah.
it's there. It exists, and it's a cheap sex. Don't buy yourself cheap sex toys. I think is there.
Yeah.
You remember when we went to Poundland in Bristol for the Barbie makeup prove it to buy makeup, and they had
boy,
like
do I.
the £1 sex toys that would like slide onto your finger and vibrate, and they were just made out of hard plastic, and they looked like the most brutal things I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
Shocker.
I do.
Horrifying.
I think what's worse, getting a sex toy delivered to you by your Royal Mail post operative, or the going up into a Poundland checkout with it. What's worse? I feel at least there's a smidge of self-respect with the Amazon one, because you're putting in like a bit more effort.
That's true, and you could not be home. You might not have to sign for it.
It would be worse if they were out of stock at Poundland, because you'd have to go in and go, excuse me, do you have the Satisfier Cunt Sucker Next Generation, please? Or is
Previous
that...
generation.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, Poundland do have self-service tills now, so there is, maybe
True.
just sort of case the joint first. Work
yeah.
out your exit strategy.
You go in there, you buy your weird £1 sandwich that's been there for probably about a week, a Caravan brew, and your lovely new sex toy, and you're ready for a wild weekend.
The oldest
Multi-pack
hot
of
cross
Pom
bun in the
Bears.
world.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Beautiful. Wow. Thank you, Peter.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
What a delight.
You can now take the cotton wool out of your children's ears.
Also, don't let them listen to this. Ever.
No.
Again,
Please.
we can't stress that enough. This is not for children.
No, definitely not.
We have another question here from Robin Lankhorst, I believe, at Robin Lankhorst on Twitter. What skill did you pick up during lockdown you're not particularly proud of? Like unknowing one actually could eat 3 pizzas in a row, or sitting motionless on the couch for 6 hours straight.
Oh my god, I don't know where to begin with the bad habits I've picked up. I'm quite glad it is bad habits or bad things you've learned, because I've learned nothing valuable from this time.
No,
me neither.
nothing.
Nothing. I had like a brief stint of being productive, of like learning some 3D stuff, and this the rest of the time I've done nothing, and it's bad. I think I've learned the limits of just how lazy I can be, and I'm scared of what I've learned.
Of what you're capable of. I don't like wearing jeans anymore. It feels weird to put on jeans.
Actually, that's a good thing. Yeah, I don't really bother doing my hair anymore. Shorts all the time. God, I've become the ultimate slob.
I, on the other hand, have had to learn how to... I mean, there's not much to it, but just sort of generally I've had to start drying my hair with a hairdryer because it's that long now.
Ooh,
no.
I never used to use one. I know you're a hairdryer guy, aren't you, Mikey?
I am, yeah. It probably is not great for the hair, but they are quick and they get the job done.
Well, I'm sure neither is also vigorously rubbing a dry, crinkly towel all over my head until the hair goes dry, but yeah.
I always feel like that feels like that's ripping out at least a few hairs
Yeah.
every time you do that. So I'll take the heat rather than the rough massage from the hair sucker Next Generation.
Yeah. Oh, God. No.
Oh dear. My hair's I always have my hair very short, so I can get away with a towel.
Nice.
I've never had to use a hairdryer before.
Oh, you lucky boy.
No.
It's not that bad, but it would be nice to go totally analog with my hair solutions.
I started frequenting a takeaway that I'd swore off when I first moved here.
Oh, not that one.
Yeah, that one. Mm-hmm. That one. The chicken one.
The chicken one.
The chicken one, yeah.
The ones who didn't want you to give them any business.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they gave me a really, really hard fucking time. They went in there and practically sighed and rolled their eyes that they had to serve me. And they're not in a place that has a lot of foot traffic anyway. And I only went because it was nearby, and I'd just moved up from London, and I was used to walking to places to get takeaway rather than getting it delivered. And so I walked there, and I picked it up, and he seemed furious, and I was like, well, fuck you, buddy. I'm never coming back here. Until I did. And I made the amazing discovery that, hey, if I order too much food, I can actually, this stuff surprisingly holds up the next day, and I can put it in my oven and reheat it and have it the next day, until it didn't work and I had some of the worst diarrhea of my adult life.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And now I can never go back again. So that was a bad habit, was returning to my ex-flame.
God.
Shitty chicken.
At some point you'll return again and you'll forget the diarrhea you went through, and you'll go through it all over again.
I will.
Wow. That's the ultimate lesson to learn, though, isn't it? I think that was like a message from God. Please don't return here again.
Please don't.
Did you temporarily pass into the afterlife?
I did. 5 stars.
I think food's been the worst thing. It's just like I occasionally delivery was a treat before the end times, but now it's like, I mean, it's easing up now where we can actually go to cafes and restaurants and stuff, and I haven't made the most of that yet, but there's been nights where we've done 2 delivery orders, and it's not good.
2 in one night.
We'd start with, the other night we got home a bit drunk and we thought, fuck it, let's get like a wrap in or something. Mm-hmm. And afterwards it was like, let's get creams, let's get a pancake or a waffle.
Oh.
And it just doing it felt bad. Knew I shouldn't have done it, but it's the only joy I've got.
I suppose it's tricky when you're vegan and your diet is limited. It's not so you're returning drunk home. Food options are not as broad as they are for other people.
Yeah.
Oh, believe me, we still managed to find something. Yeah, God, I think that's the curse of Bristol. If I was vegan in the Midlands, some weird little village, I would be like skin and bones. Like I'd be filled up on rice and beans. But in Bristol,
you'd be grazing on the village green.
Exactly, I'd be the local sheep. Instead in Bristol, they're fattening me up. The little man comes up on his motorcycle with treats aplenty.
Oh, damn it!
I'm stuck in my house. I can't leave. Help!
That Deliveroo, one day we'll catch him wherever he is.
Oh,
I was similar. Like I've been trying to eat quite well, and then Saturday is treat day, obviously. But I found I've been drinking a lot more, just by myself.
Oh, yeah, I have.
And like I spend most of my weekends drunk on my own now, which is fun, and I look forward to it. Fine. But there was a brief period where it encroached on like weekday evenings, and then I had to shut that down because I recognized that was a pattern of unhealthy behavior. So I had to stop that. But my friend Ben came up for the weekend, and then his car broke down and he was stranded here for a whole week. Oh, and that week was probably the worst I've eaten for years. It was just oven pizzas and takeaway and just all sorts of shit.
Nice.
And it was really bad.
It sounds kind of fun though.
It was fun, and then I felt bad the whole time though. And then the next going to bed I felt bad, and then you wake up the next day and you're just ready to do it again. It's
like still recovering from last night's pizza. What's for breakfast? Oh, potato waffles.
Yeah, burgers.
Reheated chicken takeaway.
No. No. Can't do that. Mikey.
Hello.
Do you have a thing?
I do have a thing. I would like to read you that thing now. Don't know why I didn't just go straight into reading it. I thought I'd preempt it.
Thank you for easing us in.
Theatrics. Welcome to Bristol versus Bristol.
Yay.
So I was hunting around last night, just scoping out some Bristol news stories, trying to figure out, maybe there's something that'll spark an idea here, or maybe there's a good news story that stands on its own. And then I realised there's a Bristol in America as well. Oh. Bristol, Tennessee was the one I focused in on. And I thought I'd grab a few news stories from the UK Bristol and the Tennessee Bristol. I'd read out the headlines and see if you guys can guess which Bristol they're from. I've said Bristol more than I've ever said in my life. But I do want to clarify, though, that just before starting recording this podcast, I was like, is there more Bristols? Turns out there's about 40 Bristols across the world.
Of course there are. All the pirates.
Oh boy, Bristol. So there's probably some wealth of things out there, but I just focused in on the Tennessee one because that's all I knew at the time. Maybe I'll do an extended Bristol universe selection later on.
Florida man from Bristol, Florida.
Oh, I hope there's one in Florida. God, imagine the Florida Bristol. That'd be too much. That'd be the worst place on earth.
Yeah.
Okay, so our first headline. Bristol Zoo under fire after endangered warty pig ate its entire family and a rare monkey was eaten by otters.
What?
I'll run through all the article headlines, then we'll go through and deliberate. Bristol man has had hiccups for the last 27 years.
Oh, Christ.
Cat in Bristol brings home a bag of illegal drugs. Intruders found sleeping in funeral home caskets in Bristol. Vandals vandalise local politician's home and leave purple dildo on their car.
Nice.
Or maybe a clit sucker, who knows.
Nice.
And the last one. Bristol turns Central Street into giant water slide.
Ooh.
Okay, so we'll loop back around to the beginning. Bristol Zoo under fire after endangered warty pig, which I quite like on its own, it's just an animal, ate its entire family and a rare monkey was eaten by otters. Where do you think this took place? Which hellhole?
Well, obviously, Bristol, UK has a zoo, and I don't know if Bristol, Tennessee has a zoo. However, I kind of wonder what kind of... I mean, Bristol Zoo is like a good zoo, and I find it hard to believe that they would allow otters to eat a monkey. I can maybe see a
I don't
pig...
even know how they'd interact.
Yeah.
Surely it's to be in separate enclosures.
I can see, like, one of the pigs eating the other ones, potentially, but it might have to be some really crappy small-town zoo. Like, Bristol, Tennessee might be a tiny place with a little petting zoo somewhere, where they had some warthogs, like 2 otters and a monkey, and now they don't have the monkey anymore. They've only got 2 otters left. So, I kind of, even though I know there's a zoo in the UK, I want to say US for that.
Yeah, I think we all would have heard about it if it was Bristol, UK. So, yeah, I'll also say Bristol, US.
You're both wrong. It is actually the UK Bristol Zoo. I've got a little summary of the article here. The shocking incidents were revealed by a whistleblower from Bristol Zoo. The unnamed source said the tragic deaths were avoidable with better care. Elvis, a very rare male warty pig, was supposed to mate with the female pig Midlilla on his arrival to the zoo. As staff joked, "We hope the king takes a shining to her." But unknown to the keepers, the resident female was already pregnant, and when she gave birth to the piglets, Elvis ate them all before fatally injuring her.
Oh my god.
Elvis,
what the fuck, man?
That's the ultimate. I don't even know if you call that payback. That's just vicious. It's eating your wife's children. Jesus, Elvis.
Yeah,
I'm still intrigued by the second half. Like these things were all avoidable. This could have been avoided with basic care and by not keeping the otters in the monkey enclosure.
Oh wow, was that a warty pig?
These are warty pigs.
Oh wow, they look like a Crash Bandicoot character or something.
Pretty cool, aren't they?
Oh wow, they do. Yeah.
Oh,
Look at that rad hair.
Shit. Yeah. Nice. Oh no, these are actually just screenshots from Beyond Good and Evil 2.
It could be.
Okay, our next one was Bristol man has had the hiccups for the last 27 years. UK or USA?
It could happen anywhere. I know that it can happen.
Yeah.
In your time in Bristol, did you ever hear a man hiccuping over the hills?
I heard a
Don't
lot of
think
things,
so.
but I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm going to say UK.
I'm just going to say, because we've already had UK one, I'm going to say US for this one.
It was indeed the American Bristol, the Tennessee branch. There's not much to go on in the article because it's literally just an article about a man who's been hiccuping for quite a while and medicine can't stop him. My favourite line was, Bob Taylor drinks a glass of water every day in the hopes to get rid of a little problem.
One glass, huh?
Yeah,
Wow. He's really going hard, isn't he?
Previously, he didn't drink any water until he had the hiccups.
Oh, I hate the idea of uncontrollable hiccups forever.
Yeah, it sounds awful. So this story was published in 2012, and I did a bit more Googling, and I can't find an update, so we can only assume he's still hiccuping to this very day.
Poor guy.
But
Wow.
it could be worse. The longest recorded case of chronic hiccups lasted, do you want to guess how many years?
Like most of someone's life.
50?
Like 40 years.
70 years.
God.
That's just torture. No, thank you.
People get you get like muscle issues and you get exhaustion and stuff if you have chronic hiccups. If you have hiccups for years or even less than years really, but you get like exhaustion issues and stuff. I read
After an
about
hour, it's enough, let alone a lifetime. Jeez.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Fuck that. Cat in Bristol brings home a bag of illegal drugs.
That's
UK.
got to be the UK one. It has
That's
to be.
absolutely the UK Bristol, and the most Bristol thing that could ever happen. The cat brought home a bag full of Class A drugs. The owners found the pet cuddled up in bed holding the bag.
And rewarded it with some extra kibble.
With a bump.
Oh. You have a little key, son. It doesn't explicitly say what the drugs are, but it looks like lots of little plastic wraps of cocaine to me, and I know my plastic wraps of cocaine.
You would. You live in Bristol.
Yeah.
It was your cat.
Accidentally picked up the wrong Tesco bag on the way home and accidentally came home with 500 grand's worth of Class A drugs. Shit. Intruders found sleeping in funeral home caskets in Bristol.
Those sound like vampires to me.
Yeah, I don't think there's much of a vampire population in Bristol. Maybe Tennessee.
Yeah, is that Bristol, Transylvania, that one? Or
Yeah.
I've got an idea. I wonder if it's US Bristol, partly because although we do still use the word caskets in the UK, we don't use it as much. I don't see why they wouldn't have just put coffins in the headline.
That's true. But then that behaviour does seem very UK Bristol.
UK.
So I'm going to go UK Bristol.
Well, Peter's etymological route was right. It is
Nice.
indeed the Tennessee Bristol. This is a weird one. I mean, I guess people who break into funeral homes aren't exactly the smartest, but police in Tennessee were called to a funeral home where workers found two intruders sleeping inside caskets. They were called in about 10:30 a.m. As the police entered the room, one escaped, one man was caught. Turns out, I don't know, the full story's not really there. Like, I assume they went in with the intent to steal some stuff, but took a nap and didn't wake up in time.
Did a casual coffin nap, you know. They've been hiccuping for 20 years. They were exhausted.
It looks like, they look pretty comfy, so I could see it, but you're on the job, man. Come on, at least set a timer so you wake up in time. Vandals vandalise local politician's home and leave purple dildo on their car.
That could have been in the recent protests, maybe. Maybe it was a politician who was, like, quite right-wing. But then, you know, they happened in America too. But I guess maybe not. I don't know if they happened as much in Tennessee. Don't know if that's the kind of place.
I think they'll shoot them in Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
Probably. I'm going to stick to my guns and go UK again.
Yeah, me too.
You are 100% right. Do you want to have a guess at which politician it was? It's one of the baddie ones.
Oh.
Is it in Bristol?
He's a Somerset MP.
Oh God, I don't know.
It's not flipping the guy who like reclined on the bench, that like front bencher. What's his name?
Jacob Rees-Mogg.
Jacob.
Yeah, isn't he Southwest?
He is indeed.
Is that who it was?
Yep. So the words "posh scum" and "shut up and die" were sprayed across his windows and car in the Tory MP's house in West Harptree, Somerset. Oh God! Wow! Didn't realise this bit. Condoms were also left near the grounds of the Tory MP's house during the attack. The anarchy symbol was left on his Range Rover together with a purple dildo.
What
Beautiful.
anarchy symbol?
Beautiful. I bet he wasn't even there at the time. He's probably got like 6 homes.
Yeah, he's up in Durham or something, wasn't he?
condoms were left near the grounds of his home. Are they...
In a shop.
That could be unrelated, but we're just going to assume it's all tied.
Yeah, because they were just sort of nearby. Lampposts had been constructed near his home.
Oh my god.
They must be something to do with the protest.
What are the anarchists planning? And our last story. Bristol turns Central Street into giant waterslide.
Lots of hills in Bristol, UK.
Very true.
What is Central Street in Bristol?
Yeah,
What would that be?
That's what makes me think it's probably America.
Yes, I agree.
It is in fact the UK.
Oh no! Where's Central Street?
I think that was just a vague term for a street near the centre.
Lowercase c.
Yeah, sorry, that was me being misleading.
No, not really.
Naughty.
You just read it.
Yeah, but it was Park Street in Bristol, the big hilly one next to Queen Square. And I saw some photos, and it looks bloody amazing. I hope they do it again, so everyone can smudge the germs all over a bit of tarpaulin.
Yes,
on a hot road.
That's what we should all be doing.
Yeah, I read that, and I didn't think that would happen in Bristol because I know A, needles everywhere, and B, the weather. But no, they've hijacked a UK street and made it into a fun slide. And the artist who put it all together had quite a sweet quote, which I quite like. Luke said, "I'm just interested in thinking about our city in different ways. If you just imagine, you could put slides all around Bristol connecting the neighbourhoods."
Shut the fuck up, Luke. Get a real job.
I want Luke to be mayor one day so we can have slip and slides from Stokescroft to Bedminster. That's the dream.
Christ, the traffic situation in Bristol is already horrible. Can you imagine?
Well, we just boot out the cars. Yeah, we don't need cars in the centre if you've got a slip inside, do you?
I suppose not.
That's one way to find a solution.
Slide all the way along. Was it the M5? What is it in Bristol?
Is it the M4?
M4?
I don't know the streets, to be honest. Or roads.
The one that we had a crash on because of that idiot.
Because of that idiot.
yeah.
No, not necessarily that one. I'm just trying to think of a road and whether or not the slide could propel me all the way to my parents from Bristol if I picked up enough speed.
That would have been nice. Definitely not if it was by that crossing by Queen Square, because you'd have to wait on your slide for all those pedestrians to walk over.
All right, lovely. Thank you very much, boys. You played Bristol or Bristol.
Amazing. Thank you, Michael.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Next question comes from Scoo ... at Great Scott UK on Twitter. My 2-year-old is scared of getting washed down the plug hole when the bath is emptying. At her age, I would hide in the footwell when going through the mechanical car wash as I didn't want the fluffy rollers to get me, sorry. What was your irrational fear as a child?
Fluffy
God.
rollers.
Fluffy rollers.
Irrational fear as a child. That's a good question. I feel like there is one, and I'm trying to remember what it is.
Yeah, I'm searching deep into my brain right now. I feel like, I wouldn't call it, maybe I guess it is irrational, but I definitely had quite a strong fear of the dark, but that's a boring one. That's not fluffy rollers, is it?
I texted my mum to ask her
Right.
if there were any sort of, because the question implies that it's sort of, as an irrational fear, it would be something that you experienced more than once. But I don't think. Apparently, I was very well behaved, so I didn't have any irrational repeat fears. But I did have a couple of incidents as a child that I can provide you with if you're interested. If you like.
I've remembered one. So you go, and then I can get you back too.
Here we go. You once refused to come down a very high slide at Cotswold Wildlife Park. You were too scared. There was a big long queue and I had to bring you back down the very narrow up staircase past all these children and mummies.
Oh.
And mummies.
And mummies.
Not the mummies.
It also says here, the Bloody Mummy film, which is when I watched The Mummy at my cousin's house and it gave me nightmares. A performance? Wise man story, it says. All you had to do was carry your myrrh and give it to Mary and Joseph. And you wet the bed the night before. You were so freaked out by it.
Oh, no.
Oh, bless.
And Jesus never got his myrrh.
In the nativity play, because one of the wise men got scared and did a bed wee the night before. And couldn't hack it.
I can't
Imagine
wash my clothes in time.
Imagine if that happened in the real story. If only 2 wise men turned up because one of them had done a tent wee the day before.
Yeah, could have done.
Oh, a tent wee sounds bad actually because it just puddles at the bottom and you're like, oh no.
Yeah, you'd have to miss the baby Jeswis birth, wouldn't you, to clean that up?
Oh, how sad.
Was that your mum's lot?
That was my mum's lot. Yeah.
Wow. Little scaredy cat boy.
I know.
No, we all were. I've got one for you. I remember having. To be fair, I think this is kind of understandable because, and I may have even told this story before, but I had a night terror once when I was, I don't know, sort of a reasonable age because I remember which house we were in. So it must have been after we moved. So I must have been about 8 years old, but I woke up in the night. But not really. And so it was because I used to sleepwalk a little bit when I was a kid, and it was kind of this thing where I could see and I was like conscious, and I walked downstairs because I was really, really scared. But I think like you're still kind of a little bit asleep as well, and in so much as like your brain can just generate random bits of either imagery or sounds or emotions in you in the same way it can do in a dream, even though you're awake. And I went downstairs because I had this overwhelming sense of dread. Like I was really, really terrified. And I somehow knew that there was this like big tube coming down from the sky. Like imagine a big like slide or something from in the playground, one of those tube slides. Mm-hmm. And inside the tube there was a meteor rolling down the tube.
Wow.
And it was going to hit Earth.
My God.
And we were all going to die. And at the same time as this whole thing, I could picture this really, really tiny cartoon ladybird with like an anthropomorphic face with a really high-pitched voice just sort of saying like, hi, or something. And it was really scaring me. I couldn't see it really anywhere, but I was just aware that there was this tiny ladybird man saying hi. And it was the scariest thing ever. So there was that. But then also one of my earliest memories when I was about 4, maybe, or a bit younger. We were on a ferry, I think, going to France. And when I was younger, we used to occasionally go and stay in like static caravans, you know, like on a little. It's called a caravan, but I don't think it moves.
Like
it's
a
just
trailer
like
sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like a trailer thing, and it's on like a kind of holiday park where they do like kids clubs and stuff. So my parents were able to go out into the town and do fun things while we were at the kids club. So we were going to this thing, and my parents said, "Oh yeah, we're going to stay in a caravan. We're going to stay on this caravan park," and I had the irrational fear that we were going to be in like a proper camper van with wheels kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And that we would all go to sleep at night in this camper van, and that the camper van would roll down the hill while we were asleep, and we would die.
Oh
shit!
I was terrified, and I just kept him. And I was crying on this ferry. I was going, "I don't want to go in a caravan. I don't want to go in a And my parents were really embarrassed because they had this child crying in their arms saying, "I don't want to go in a caravan." And everyone was staring at us and thinking, "Oh, they're going in a caravan. We're off to Disneyland, you know." And
no!
I just cried and cried, and then when we finally
Peter.
got there, I realised, oh, it's okay. It's not like the one off Sooty and Co. who had a camper van. So...
Did you ever explain to your parents why you were scared, or was it just, I don't want to go in a caravan?
No, I don't think it was. I think I just kept crying and crying, saying I didn't want to go, and they didn't know why. And in hindsight, it's quite a vivid memory, and I just think, like, why didn't I just say, like, what if it rolls down the hill in the night? Because then they could have said, don't worry, it doesn't have wheels. It's fine. And it's not on a hill. That would be irresponsible.
But I like you. They're just there thinking you really don't like British holidays.
Yeah. I want to go in a 5-star hotel.
Oh wow!
Oh bless God!
Amazing.
I've definitely talked about mine before on Podiots, but it's the only one I can think of. Was my couple of month-long stint of being deathly afraid of dust mites.
Oh.
Where we
I
went
don't know
to
if you remember.
Yeah, I don't know if I know this
Dust
one.
mites.
Oh, okay, good. I remember really vividly as a kid going to a carpet shop with my parents, and they had this display.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, have you got dust mites in your carpet? And like it was advertising a cleaning thing or something, and it just had this like 1 meter long visual like picture of a dust mite, which obviously they're tiny in real life, but just seeing this gross amplified creature. And it was like, oh, they're all over your carpet. So I had cemented in my mind that these were just horrible little monsters that lived in our carpet. And so for a month, I would make every effort not to stand on a rug, stand on carpet. I'd kind of like very quickly run around places until I was back to safety. And I just I remember being in bed thinking, oh God, the dust mites are going to get me. The dust mites are going to get me.
Oh, God.
I'm just going to Google dust mite to remind myself of what they look like.
Oh, no, don't do that. You won't
God.
sleep.
Oh, God,
Mikey, why did you do that?
Oh,
Put it in
I
the
feel
chat,
gross.
Mikey. I want to see it now.
No, oh, God, okay.
I do remember you talking about that on Podiots before, because it went some really weird place where like the dust mite was being like dom and you were sub, and it was some kind of sex thing it turned into last time.
Jeez, I don't remember that at all.
I think it was
so unwell.
Oh, look at it. It's like a head crab.
It's like the shaved pig above.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, God.
I mean, the front is a little bit vaginal looking as well, isn't it?
Good. Right, I'm going to scroll up. Not to want to see
Oh,
that.
why did you do that to yourself, Michael?
I don't know. I just wanted to feel
Oh,
something.
fucking hell.
Dust mite's the only thing that can do it. Okay, great. Well, now I know exactly why I was scared of them. I was very right to be. That's
You
awful.
were very brave sharing that with us, Michael. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, it's time for my thing.
Okay.
And in a similar... What was that? What was that noise?
I don't know. It was a tinkly
What
noise.
was the tinkly noise,
Sorry,
Michael?
That's a ferret getting a ball.
Oh, nice. No. I like it. I just want to know what it is.
It's a bell
No,
and a
that's
ball.
that's the magic transition sound. We're going into
Oh,
that
right.
thing.
Of course. Yes. Yeah. I texted ferret, so they were aware. Okay. So it's time for some weird fake news. In a similar vein to Mikey's thing today. So we got double whammy of headlines. Some of them are real. Some of them are from satirical news website The Onion. The world's so strange that how can you tell the difference anymore? And I've sourced all of these from the subreddit Not The Onion. I have retooled some of them ever so slightly to help them blend in. And I believe 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 today. Ooh. So I will read all of these for you. And then we'll go back through and you can decide which one is real and which one is fake.
Nice.
You ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maine man, and that's a man from Maine, by the way, not as in my main man,
My dude.
saws neighbour's garage in half amid boundary dispute.
Oh, God.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Parents of toddler pretending to be policemen abused online.
Wait.
Wait. Was the
Who's pretending to be the policeman?
A toddler.
Read that again.
Parents of toddler pretending to be policemen abused online.
Right.
Oh my God.
Man arrested in Washington state after taunting police with donut.
Nice. Good.
Okay.
Colombian cartels killing those who don't obey their COVID-19 lockdowns.
Okay.
Fruit flies caught in honey are attempting to save fellow fruit flies, experts say.
Oh, that's a tricky one.
And people frustrated by lockdown in Iceland can release their screams over a loudspeaker.
Oh, good. I need that.
Right.
So, first one. Maine man saws neighbour's garage in half amid boundary dispute.
This feels very true.
Yeah, like I could absolutely see that happening.
It's real.
Oh, nice.
A man who cut his neighbour's garage in half with a saw was on friendly terms with the man who built the structure, just not with everyone who lived on the property after he died.
Oh,
Oh.
And he sawed it in half.
wow. So I guess he's like, oh, well, I like this guy when he built it, but these new people are knobheads, and technically this is on my land, so...
Seems that way. Sawed it right up. Sawed it right in half.
Nice. Fair enough. Quick, swift solution to the problem. I admire that,
That's it. Just sort of a... Was it Solomon? King Solomon? Who just split everything in half? as his solution?
I don't know, but
I don't remember.
I mean, none of us were
that
there.
does sound about
but
right.
I don't think. Parents of toddler pretending to be policemen abused online.
I'm struggling to see how this could be an onion, like where the joke is, other than it just being weird. So I'm going to say it's true.
Yeah, I'm thinking true as well. I can imagine that, just like, oh, we dressed up little David as a policeman, and everyone online be like, oh, fuck off, ACAB.
Yeah, see, maybe the retooling has hidden some sort of punchline, but I'll still say true.
I want to say true.
It's onion.
Oh.
The original headline was Toddler feels somewhat torn about pretending to be policeman in current climate.
Right. Okay.
Very good.
Expressing misgivings over perpetuating a system of oppression, local toddler Aaron Merchant reportedly felt somewhat torn Monday about pretending to be a policeman in the current climate. I have a lot of fun yelling at kids and putting them into jail, but I certainly don't want to contribute to a police state, said Merchant, reflecting on why he... Sorry, this is a long sentence. Reflecting on why he derived joy from repeatedly crashing his tricycle into his siblings while making siren noises with his mouth. God. Okay, next one.
Have you seen, that just reminded me. Have you seen that picture online of someone on Facebook posted a picture of their very small child dressed as Donald Trump? No. It's just like, it's like in a comment thread, just like, thanks everyone, he enjoyed being Donald for a day. And then this guy called Nicholas chimes in, why would he enjoy being a dickhead? I'm going to kick your son in the ribs.
Oh God, it's quite specific.
That's amazing.
I just assumed, in my head, I could so picture the police one carrying out in the exact same way.
I wouldn't be surprised if it has somewhere. Man arrested in Washington state after taunting police with donut.
Could have happened, but could very easily be retooled into something funny.
Yeah.
Into a clever bit of satire. But I feel like maybe a man was waving a donut in the police's face and being all, hey, why don't you have a donut, officer, and got arrested. I think it's true.
Yeah, I'm going to say true as well.
It's true. It's true. And speaking of police corruption, the subtitle for this news article is The 18-year-old is accused of fourth-degree assault. Video shows he didn't touch anyone.
God, fourth-degree assault.
He was just waving a donut on a stick. And that was it.
Maybe it was a salted caramel donut.
Oh, God. Thanks for coming along, everyone. We're going to end the show there.
Yeah.
Can't get any better than that. Colombian cartels killing those who don't obey their COVID-19 lockdowns.
Okay.
I think that's onion myself.
I also kind of want to know, I want to believe at the heart of the cartel, they are safety conscious and they're not bad people. But I do think onion. It's got to be onion.
They're safety conscious.
While we're beheading
if you're
these
not
people,
wearing a mask, you're going to get shot.
Well, that's the only way to make things work is with fear, right?
It's real.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Drug cartels and rebel groups are imposing their own bloody coronavirus lockdowns across Colombia and killing those who do not obey, according to a new report by Human Rights Watch. At least 8 civilians have been murdered by the armed groups, some of them holdovers from Colombia's half-century civil war, which are using WhatsApp chats and pamphlets to warn citizens of the lockdowns in the rural areas where they operate.
Wow,
God,
that's amazing. Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, amazing in not a good way. I should specify
Yeah,
that.
it's
I'm not like,
horrifying.
wow, that's such a good idea.
So
Brilliant.
good, let's
well
kill 'em.
done, cartels.
Residents are banned by gangs from fishing, limiting their ability to earn money and food. And there's a 5 p.m. curfew, apparently. Far stricter than the measures imposed by the government. So
You have to. You also have to leave your cocaine for 72 hours before you snort it, because otherwise
the cats will
could,
take it.
Yeah.
And that's how that goes. Okay, next one. This is fruit flies caught in honey are attempting to save fellow fruit flies, experts say.
I don't know. This could be a scientific finding, or it could be. There could just be a little hidden punchline there.
I'm digging my mind back. I can just totally see this as like a Guardian article where like, oh, Flies stuck in honey are just actually trying to save their friends. They're just a bit stupid about it.
Thing is, fruit flies only live for 24 hours anyway, some species. Like, they literally, their lifespan is a day. They are born, they have sex, and they die, and we're all jealous of them. So, do they have time to save each other from honey? I think it's an Onion article, and there's some funny in there somewhere.
I mean, honey's not a fruit, so the fruit flies couldn't possibly even have any interest in it. So.
You got me there, Mikey.
Yeah, this has got to be onion.
It's onion.
Oh.
Huh. That's kind of weird, thinks fruit fly, diving into dish of honey containing corpses of 15 other fruit flies. Observing yet disregarding the bodies of 15 of his fellow flies suspended in the tempting but viscous substance, a fruit fly reportedly found itself thinking, that's kind of weird, Tuesday, as it plunged into a dish of honey containing the suffocated corpses.
Nice. Observing but disregarding, was it? That's a really good line.
Yeah. Granted, it's a little disturbing, but it's probably not anything to worry about, said the Drosophila melanogaster. Jesus. There we go, that was onion. And finally, we turn to Iceland. People frustrated by lockdown in Iceland can release their screams over a loudspeaker.
That's got because it's one of those countries,
ones, eh?
The cold ones where it is a thing where people scream, but what?
I'm sorry,
It's one
Michael.
of those cold countries where people scream.
Please talk us through that.
Well,
You mean like Skyrim?
There's genuinely a thing, and I can't remember what country it is. Might be this one, but where people like at a set time, like maybe like once a week or something, will pop their heads out, and everyone will just have like a good scream. It's like the daily de-stress.
Sounds good.
I really hope that's a real thing.
That's why mums go to Iceland.
No!
What was the headline again? Was it they're getting an electronic?
People frustrated by lockdown in Iceland can release their screams over a loudspeaker.
Yeah, you might have it there, Mikey, with a bit of inside knowledge. Yeah, maybe it's that they're not allowed to now stick their head outside so they can scream through some sort of megaphone.
Are you talking about yodeling, Mikey?
No, literally, this is... Wow, have you not heard of this before?
No.
I love the idea that he was talking about yodeling. He's like, there's this cold country somewhere where people scream to release a bit of stress.
I've just... This is the most useless Google I've ever done. I've Googled scream time in Europe.
Right.
Yeah, but just carry on. I'll dig. I'll make sure I'm not going insane.
Okay. All right. Here we go. This is amazing. It's real.
Yeah.
Here we go. There's no denying that having a good old scream can help release some tension when you're feeling a little worked up. Well, this is the basis for a new initiative designed to help those stressed out by the pandemic. People in Iceland are being invited to play their screams over a loudspeaker in remote parts of the country. It's been set up by the Scandinavian Nations Tourist Board, who have even created a website, which I'll send you shortly, so people can record themselves letting off steam. These screams are then played through one of 7 speakers dotted around quieter areas of the country. So you could be out walking, and then you could just hear someone scream. And do you want to know what the best thing about this is?
Yeah.
The website looks like you need Iceland.com, which I'm going to send you now. Seemingly will let each of us record a scream right now.
Oh, wow.
It says tap to scream. Okay, it's asking for permission to use my microphone. Click and hold to record your scream. Please scream responsibly. The world is listening. And it looks like mine is going to be played in somewhere in Westfjord, Iceland.
This is insane. What on earth is happening?
I love
Here
this.
we go. I'm going to do it. Oh man, I'm so furious about being locked down. Ah! It's playing back for me. Send your scream to Raudasandur, Westfjord, Iceland. Your scream will be blasted from speakers.
What on earth?
This is amazing.
Okay, my screen name is Ben. I'm in my screen name Newcastle, and I am in United Kingdom. I agree. Finish. Sending.
I really hope we've got one listener in wherever the fuck, and they're going to hear Ben Potter.
Oh my god, it gets better. If you put your email address in, they will email you a video of your scream.
Oh my god.
Wow, this is it. Iceland's going to hear you echo through the hills.
Whose idea was this? This could be so badly abused. Think of all the, like when they say, "Oh, vote on the name of our new hospital wing," and like Hitler wins by 85%.
Hospital McHospital face.
Yeah. What? This is madness.
Yeah, it's gone. It's been sent out into the world. Apparently, my scream is out there. Would you guys like to do your screams too?
Yeah. Let me.
Okay.
Let me. All right. Here we go. Ah! I'm getting very tired of being indoors. There we go.
Amazing. I could have done a whole thing on that. I didn't even pay much attention to it when I was getting it.
Oh my god! I unmuted. You can hear this. It's playing a live feed of different screams right now as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I unmuted it and I could hear a guy going, "Hi, hi, hi." I think he's not got the idea.
Oh no, I haven't had my video through yet, but I'll tweet it from the Vidiots account when it comes through.
Oh, mine didn't go through. I'll do that again after the end of the podcast. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm going to spend the night just listening to screams now.
Okay, I'm going to do one now. Okay. Bearing in mind I've got family in the house, so I've got to do a limit. They might come rushing in if I over scream. I might do a Mikey one because they.
Do you complain about going to the caravan?
Okay, here we go. I don't want to go to caravan. Okay, send your... Oh, Jesus, it plays it back. That's horrible. Send your scream to Skogarfoss, South Iceland.
Oh, wow. We've all gone to different parts of Iceland.
Oh, it's magic. For everyone at home, I just want to reiterate the URL because this is really good fun. Looks like you need Iceland.com.
Yep.
Wow.
That's amazing.
United Kingdom. I agree. The terms and conditions. Finish. Sending.
Beautiful.
That's weird to know that is now playing somewhere in Iceland as we speak.
Yeah, probably at roughly 10 p.m. local time, which is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, final question. That was my thing. Final question. Caleb Smitheram at Dr. Kalibo on Twitter. As the summer holidays approach, I was wondering what would be your ideal holiday location and what new and unusual things you would like to do there.
Ooh.
Can you just read the first half of that question again? Because as I sent my email off, it played it back to me again, and you were drowned out by me saying I didn't want to go in a caravan.
Of course. As the summer holidays approach, I was wondering whether you'd like to go to the caravan.
Right.
What's your ideal holiday location, and what do you want to do there, basically?
Oh, okay. Oh,
Simple one to finish on.
I do actually want to go to Iceland at some point, but maybe not to maybe not to the quieter areas because they're no longer quiet.
If you get there quick enough, you might hear your own scream.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Well, this is the boring answer. So this won't be my real one, but I do kind of actually want to explore more the UK. Because like recently, it's kind of been like everyone's been like, "Oh, I want to go on holiday," and obviously selections are far limited. So like a lot of people have been going to places in the UK. It's like, oh, that sounds nice. Go down to like the south coast. Never been there before. There's lots of areas to the UK that are all very special and unique to themselves.
Yeah. Well, one of the other places I was going to say was Orkney. That's pretty rad up there. They've got some. They've got some of the only surviving prehistoric like dwellings, because obviously they used to be built out of wood and thatch and stuff. Well, not even thatch, just wood and plants. So they've rotted away. But in Orkney, there's no trees, so all the houses are made out of stone, and they're still there. And it's like the Flintstones. It's like someone's just made a house, but out of slabs of rock. It's amazing.
Wow.
It looks fake.
Look amazing. Wow.
Yeah. They've all got like 2 beds and then like a dresser, like shelves and stuff. It's like so strange.
Oh, they're just like us, aren't they?
Yeah, I've seen it on
People.
documentaries and stuff. I'd like to go there.
Nice.
I think maybe not. I don't want to go in the summer, but Japan would be amazing at some point. I think that's like my ultimate got to go before I die place, because it just sounds so fucking mental. But it sounds very hot in summer, and I don't want to be sweaty man cruising around little tiny Tokyo.
I'd also love to go to Japan. I've actually been saving and planning to go to Japan for a very long time. And I was going to go next year, but I don't think that's going to happen now. So so at some point, I have the money put to one side, and I will go to Japan. But in terms of like a summer holiday, I have very fond memories of going to France with my family. And I'd like to go somewhere warm in France that's out of the way and have like my own swimming pool in the back garden and just sort of live there for a week with Wi-Fi and just sort of live in the pool in the warm. That's what I would like.
Sounds good.
So nice, yeah. Especially if you're in deep France, you probably just buy jugs of wine for like €3 each, and it's the best thing you'll ever taste.
I saw in a magazine the other day that there's an entire... I don't think there's even just the one. I think there's plenty of French hamlets, like an entire hamlet for sale, and it'll cost you like a ridiculously little amount, because there's loads and loads and loads of property in France that is just going cheap because it's not in the tourist areas, and people are moving out of these villages, and you can buy little houses in France for like nothing, but they're no good as proper tourist houses because they're not near the cities or anything, so that's why they're so cheap.
Wow. And now we're leaving the EU, so have fun buying one.
Yeah.
They're saving all the cheap houses for themselves. Oh,
Wonderful.
well, I mean, if you strike quick enough, we're all working from home now. You could just buy the cheap house and work remotely in your little tiny house in the distant areas of France.
You could. Or what you could do is go and listen to our back catalogue of podcasts, because we're at the end now. This is it.
But keep you awake when you're doing 1,000-mile drive across
They
Europe.
absolutely will. That's a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. Please don't hold us to that. There's no way we could prove that is the case. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. We really appreciate you coming along with us on this journey this week. If you go to store.yogscast.com, you can find some merchandise, I think. Michael, is that right, Michael? Help me, Michael.
Yeah. Yes, you are absolutely correct.
There is a beautiful, beautiful host of kind of new Vidiots merch. Has been up there for a little while now, but maybe you haven't seen it yet. And if you want to see it, I highly recommend going on the Yogscast store, typing in Vidiots, and you'll see some lovely, lovely merch. And the best thing is, right, if you enter code Vidiots at checkout, you will get 10% off absolutely everything on the store. Everything! You could be buying your TTT jigsaw or a hoodie or other things, or you could be buying a lot of Vidiots merch, as quite a few people have been doing. Thank you very much for sending in all your lovely pictures. You look dashing.
All of you.
Keep in mind, though, it does not come in discreet packaging.
No.
The postman will know.
Oh, we've got the Podsucker 3000 here.
How embarrassing. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all.com/Vidiots.
Vidiots official.
There's stuff there. That's where we post the new episodes. We post a post on Twitter posting for your questions for the podcast. Yes. So if you follow us on Twitter, that's a great way to get your question answered on the show. And twitch.tv/Vidiots official is relatively active. We stream there from time to time. Again, social media is where we will announce that kind of stuff. Hey, streamlabs.com/Podiots donations is where you can donate to the show, help us out, and get a shout out for as little as £3. That's it, £3. And your name gets shouted out. That's amazing. And you can find out a bit more by going to streamlabs.com/Podiots donations to join Pod Squad. Here is your Pod Squad once more for this week.
Flibbity gibbets. Trunter's exosuit has been hit. Kiddikin solo. I will lie awake. Mr. Black. Taking Blobby to Isengard. The generous Tommy the Wank Engine. Oh God, oh please, God, no. Clumps, dumps, spumps and quumps. Scooby Drooby Drew, who was very generous, thank you again. Emily Lemons, Bring Back Memory Cards, Awesome Fox 42, and the very generous, known racist Mel Gibbon.
The
Very generous and known racist.
Also, Stephen Scodes, Ross and Helen are engaged. 91p pack of feet mace. Freddie Weber licks rashes. Barry B. Benson Phillips. Big Willem's Wet Willem, Bumpus Johnson 351, the very generous Jam Ferguson, Alan Claw Big Boy 30 birthday, Kim, who was also very generous, like a glovely Saride, doing a pod squat, who was also very generous, and the very generous Rudy Rutabaga, Lord Rotovich, Kevin from Con, and Lightning McQueef.
Thank you very much, guys. Also, there's Hi Evelyn, it's Bobbert Babyloni. Axel's alive. Alan Claw, a very generous donation, which is extremely generous. But the donator is called a very generous donation, by the way. Thank you so much. Also, an incredible donation from semi-retired mercenary Proza. Thank you so much. Also, thank you for the very generous donation from Bim Bam Wiggy Wham Deluxe Man. And then we've also got, rounding out Pod Squad for this week, General Molester, I Dislike Matthew Jeffrey, Knee Deep in Triglyceride, Mouth Fart Fetishist, Kriggly Terride, a succulent Chinese Ian Beale, Saturday is Fap Day, Furries for Vidiots, Prince Beefcakes, Epileptic Fridge Boy, and Finn Tristram. Wow. Thank you so much, everybody, for your incredible generosity. Remember, streamlabs.com/Podiots donations. Very, very much appreciated. Mikey, where can people find you?
If you go on that there Twitter and type in @Parrotboy, you'll find me and some probably hilarious tweets. I've been a busy boy the last few weeks with moving and work, so I've been a bit quiet online, but I think things are starting to get back to normal, and I'm hoping to set up a semi-regular kind of streaming schedule now I've got the space and the internet to do so, so keep your eyes peeled.
Fantastic. And Peter, where can people find us?
We're at Team Triple Jump everywhere that's worth looking. Social media, Facebook and Twitter, and also Twitch and YouTube, where we're doing content. We're streaming, we're doing videos. Some of them, like old Vidiots stuff from back in the day. Rules Boss is still over there, and Worst Games Ever, and cooking, etc.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. Make sure you leave us an iTunes review or a review/rating on your platform of choice. It helps something to do with Al Gore's rhythms. That's all. Does anybody have a question for the end?
Secret question.
What scream have you recorded to let it? It looks like you need to let it out. What have you done on the looks like you need Iceland.com?
Yeah. Good question. Wonderful. Thanks so much, everybody. Oh, what was that?
I was just going to say, give us a scream.
Yeah, give us a scream, will you? Yeah. Oh, blimey. Right, well, take care of yourself, you stinkers. We'll see you in a couple of weeks' time, and enjoy the rest of your time indoors, I suppose. We're all going to be shunted outside soon.
Yeah.
God. All right, well, take care, everyone. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See ya.